Hi Ronald. Hi Daniel. It is hello, sweetie. I'm from California. Where are you from? Oh, thank you. "25 minutes. Reina. My name is Reina. Can I sing to you? Yes. I have charm. Baby, I am on a Stairmaster. It's not that deep. Just warming up for boxing. We're gonna box. That's what's up. That's what's up. Nope. Sorry to inform you, it's not. Hi, Nicholas. You gave all the love that I needed. Lots of love for all of you. Today was definitely a 30th of the month kind of day. Minutes until boxing. We're gonna box. Saludos desde Argentina. Hola Marcelo. There's no back seat. So we got some poets in here. So we have some poets. Cada día más bonita. Gracias, no me eché bien, no me eché bien. No me anden chiviando, pues. Aquí ando dándole duro, haciendo ejercicio. Ya saben, aquí hacemos ejercicio 3 veces al día. La panza. Panza aquí la gorrita. Sí. There's some lightning. Hi, Daniel. Muestra la panza. No se puede. Exactly. My sweet little cake ice cream. No pain, no gain. No pain, no gain. Mira, tengo una Juan que no se puede hacer esto. Y deja mi panza en paz, por favor. ¿Qué hacen? What are you guys up to? My heart rate is at 158, I think. Honestly, this is the best time. What is happening? An amazing experience, cardio. Jump. Jump, jump. Burn calories. I burn 117 calories. Damn. Getting gains. I think we're close to 7,000 subscribers. Yeah, we're like 630-ish. Okay. It's been kind of like a slow burn, but there's ebbs and flows in life, you know. Estoy haciendo la máquina de la caminadora. Ya saben, para los sí o sí. ¿Quién ha hecho ejercicio más desde que ya comparto mis lives, mi cardio? Dime. ¿Ninguno? Pero lo tengo medio loquito, como que para todos lados. So 25 minutes. Oh no, 15 actually. machine gives me bruises, guys. When I hit the cup holders, I bruise. I don't even like to bruise. Today was Monday. I know, right? Gotta take care of myself. Yo, I feel like my face looks different. It's different. Yo no sé por qué, pero pues un poquito diferente. I'm like metamorphosing. Today was a long day. A lot of walking. Let's see how much steps I walked. 12,000. Yesterday 10. Look at me go, chicos. Oh, thank you. I'm hoping you're well as well. Today wasn't as productive as I wanted it to be, but I know tomorrow will be more. Yes. Exactly. Just 13 minutes until I hit this bag. I haven't boxed in like literally. I was still at the gym probably April last year, probably a year, but you never forget, you know? And honestly, what's the difficulty? There's no difficulty in your jab, hook. It's footwork, but yeah, it makes me. Stairmaster. Just 12 minutes. Guys, so book launch, release, supposed to be planned out for the 7th. The 7th of this month is when I'm announcing the date on when Date Money Miriam Edits comes out. It's wild. Everything's like picking up, and it's gonna get real pretty soon. You know, there's one thing to write a book, then there's one thing to write a book and actually publish it and push it out to the world, and just letting your message be exposed like that. I mean, don't get me wrong, despite whatever happens, I'm so grateful to have the opportunity. I'm releasing a book, personal development book, and I'm announcing information the 7th of July. So right now I'm focusing on getting everything up and going, and well, yeah, it's crazy. But essentially it's all interpersonal relationship based, which essentially means it focuses on a guided journey of peeling back the layers of barriers and obstacles in your life that withhold you from aligning to your natural birthright, which is abundance. And it's beautiful because the way I captured it was really just a book to hold space for those who need deep healing, where you can sit and read a book and not feel judged. To know that, you know, the world goes through dark shadows. We all do. But that narrative doesn't define us. It really gets inside your head to pushing you to claim that untapped abundance, reaching your full potential. Because when you're abundant in nature, you have full access to create whatever comes to mind, and to remind people of their power, their mission, their purpose. That's the book. It's essentially a portal to the fifth dimension based on all the groundwork I've done the past 5 years. Had to purge a lot of pain. I've put myself out there in ways that I've found so uncomfortable, maybe through social media, sales. I've truly pushed my limits in many shapes or form, like with this challenge that I'm telling that I work out 3 times a day. I do it why? Mental. It's all mental. So I just want to be a beacon of light for others, to feel comfortable within themselves, to embody their light as well. Because when you embody your light fearlessly, shamelessly, you inspire others to do the same. You make them realize it's not that bad. It's a leap of faith. It takes risks. Sometimes you fall flat on your shadow. Sometimes you open up to people and they completely let you down. But you know, everything's a self-concept, being that if they're letting you down, it's because you let yourself down first. And it's hard to grasp that type of ideology, right? You always want to blame other people for what's going wrong in your life, because it takes away all the responsibility. I mean, who wants to feel like the reason their life sucked up is because of themselves? It's hard. I think that's one of the hardest aspects to face when you're on a personal development journey, transformation maybe. But once you realize it's all within your hands, it's like you set yourself free. You set yourself free, and you realize it's just as easy to think positive thoughts as it is to think negative thoughts. The thing is, your mind is just automatically set for its pre-existing conditions to operate in the way it has been for a set amount of time. That's why they say people are functioning 95% automatically. It's because they're following the patterns and the guidance from previous states and previous days. So it's about 5% of true conscious mental vigilance. But even then, it depends on all, I guess, the range of your brain waves. And that's why it's so important to set yourself up with systems that push you towards alignment. So you gravitate a reality you actually desire. Because think about it, we all have the same amount of time in each day. So what's the difference between each human being Each human being is just utilizing their energy differently. It doesn't matter how they got there. I mean, it matters, but I'm saying for what I'm speaking on right now, it's just a pure example of how your mindset is your differentiator. I mean, the fact that people are able to transform their bodies in itself, that's why I got so obsessed with getting in the best shape of my life. Because it truly puts my mental willpower at test. Mind, body, spirit alignment, right? Mentally, when you're pushing yourself towards point of failure, and exercises build that mental muscle as well as that physical muscle, because you're pushing it past breaking point. So when something breaks, that allows for growth. Within that growth, you elevate. This is why you have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable if you really want to live an extraordinary life. It's not about doing more work, right? Because if we think about it, we all have the same hours in the day. Obviously, your actions have to be aligned with the routine of somebody who embodies that persona, that lifestyle that you're setting to be. But the key is embodiment. The key is living from that identity. And it's almost like you're using these new habits in your life to convince you that you're this new identity. It's all a feedback loop. And granted, I think at the grand scheme of everything, it's probably the easiest thing to do. Yet because we're so invested in the ego, it's hard to detach emotionally. We give in to feeling, like for example, rejected. If someone feels rejected, they let that permeate their being. And when they let that permeate their being, then it shifts them in a downward spiral. Once you go in a downward spiral, you kind of lose yourself for a set amount of time until you decide to reset. Best form of resetting is sleep. I mean, it's the one that your body does biologically. Your spirit's allowed to connect to its higher self at the point of rest. And that equilibrizes everything. And then each day, you wake up with a full tank. And it's what you do within that day that depletes your energy. But the thing that they say is important to do is to claim all unused energy at the end of the night. So that it energizes your frequency and you continue to elevate during your time of rest. You're essentially downloading all your files for your next day, the night before. So if there's anything you ever want to accomplish, the best time to set the intention is in the night before, in the morning of. That stillness, that quietness, where no one is there but yourself. It's a sweet spot. It's a sweet spot where you can envision and gravitate towards the alignment. And then that's when you become a magnet for all the opportunities that will take you to accomplishing that task. Have you ever realized that sometimes everything just flows and you don't understand why? It's because you've already set it in. You've already set the makeup. There's a system in place in your brain, but we just don't realize it. We get so caught up in the ego. That's why they say the ego. The ego. And it's not in the way that most people think, oh, she's full of herself. She's in the ego. No. It's like she's so in that self-concept in a way that she's unaware of how this world of reality works. Right? That's complete disconnection. If you're unaware of how this reality works because you're so caught in this character. It's like you're zoomed in, right? Whereas there's something that helps, which is called self-concept. So self-concept is essentially honoring yourself, your higher self. And when you're able to honor yourself and ground your higher self into lower planes, which are the ones we're in right now. Right now we're in the third dimension. And that's when you can change and elevate. Please, I need an assistant. Yeah, this book that I wrote is really good for changing your mindset on how you see and view money, interpersonal relationships. And so I have it here, so. I bought a tripod. Guys, I think I'm actually legit now. Get a big bow. This is crazy. It's crazy. I'm like barely downloaded a new avatar. Literally. This new persona embodied. You don't even know how many times a day I had to tell people like, oh, I don't want to talk about this. I changed the subject. You can't give power to any sort of negativity in your life, or else it will cause you to spiral. Okay. At first it's hard, don't get me wrong. At first it's hard to control the thoughts, because we all have our natural way of thinking. Don't feel bad if you're trying to change your life and you have negative thoughts and you don't know how to do it. It takes time, it takes practice. You can do it. You truthfully do it, because think about it. There's a version of yourself at each dimension. So there's a version of yourself that's already aligned, whether you want to accept or not, one that's connected to divinity, to God. So once you're able to make peace, that's why you have to know that God's inside of you. You are an outlet of God. You are a source, a beacon of light. We are children of God. That's our power. That means, I always feel like, I don't talk about religion, but let's talk about prophets. Like, for example, Jesus was brought and described as an example of what we should do, how we should act. People confuse the word as making you sovereign or making you saved, but it's like, no, like, you have to do the love in life too. That's why Jesus didn't speak ill of others. Like, it's not good to talk about other people, because when you talk about other people, you take on their energetic karma. You want to be living the same life that somebody else is. That person you talk shit about, that person you shit about, that you don't like, or you talk shit about them, you're like downloading their life. You're taking on their karmas, because it's like you're plugging in. Just so you guys know. Just so y'all know. Cool, get to see what's in the purse. Oh my gosh, y'all are. No, you can't see what's in the purse. Okay. It was honestly brought to me like. I don't even know. This is it. Okay, and then, dude, why am I so fucking good right now? This is too good to quit. So now you guys know I'm serious about the content game. Oh, look at that. Oh, this is my new baby. What do we call her? What do we call her? Deandra. Look, she's so pretty. Very cool. Yo, that's wild. Chicken. Chicken? We don't like chicken. We're there. Y'all know we're vegan? I'm a vegetariana. Vegetariana, guys. It took me how long to set that up? It took me like minutes to set that up. It's wild. Didn't expect for it to be that long. I'm a tanned, bronzed queen. These are my shoes. I'm still here, guys. I don't know. Whew. Girl power. For sure, babies. Girl power to the max. Like, where's shoe? And I just realized that these are in my shoe. Okay, high key, I really like this stand. Ever since we're gonna completely change our lives, okay? First things, you have to work out at least an hour a day if you want to feel better. Not only does this get blood flowing to your brain, it allows you to think better, be more coherent, able to take a step back. I would stop drinking as well. Because when you drink alcohol, it kind of like doesn't allow you properly. You know, and it stays in your system for a while. Wow, that was amazing. Oh, there we go. Oh my gosh. So it's only... This is like... I don't know. You guys know what I'm saying. So, so this is my new setup, guys. I'm like legit now. We can do live streams off these eventually. But this was honestly me testing out the camera. This is my first time using it for video. So we'll see on the camera collar. In case you're wondering, this is a Canon PowerShot V1. So it's like a bigger version of the G7X, but this is more so for vlogging. So it looks like a built-in vent. Little cat. I'm down. Let's do it. I took a nap. Like at 7 o'clock, guys. I wanted to be productive today, and I wasn't as productive as I thought. But honestly, this made my day because I have a lot of footage I have to shoot for this entire campaign. I want to make it legit possible, and there's just a lot I have to do on my to-do list. But since I work out all day, it takes up a lot of my time. So I have to find out how to structure my time to be able to do it all, you know? But it will so be worth it, because bringing this message to light for the good of everyone is what I'm so excited to do. I want to be a path for change. And I'm already doing it in the day-to-day, one person at a time. Like, 160 of you in here, and I'm sure that's some part of you that has learned and grown. Oh, this is it. Oh my gosh, am I like missing something? Silly. I know, it was like, what did I do wrong? What does that mean? This is the largest audience I've had in a little bit. Is it because we're getting into book launching month? Where we're just so excited. How excited, guys? You don't even know how excited I am to launch this book. And for those of you who don't like to read, I am going to do an audiobook as well. Okay. I love y'all so much. And stay in chat. But I have to dilly-dally. Been on here with you guys for a little bit, close to an hour. I love you. So, I love you guys. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Don't miss me too much. And let's see, look out for kisses. Look out for my reel. Let's see, footage came out for this boxing video. Look, babies. Talk to you. Well, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I always like to take a selfie. Let's see if they kick me out. Because I love them. So, yeah. You need your supporter. Did I hear you say they were going to bed and they want you to be cool? Don't forget to like and subscribe. Yes, that's very important. Join the family. Alright, it's time for me to go now.